Boom. Do it. Don't get cocky.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello, please. Also, hello, Simpson Virgins, and welcome back to Krown's magical 100K subscribe! Woo!
Oh,
Woo!
Wait, is it a face reveal day? Are you?
Nope.
Well. Welcome back to Krown's Crypto Cave. Holy shit, we're at 100,000. What the fuck? What the fuck is my life right now? This is ridiculous. I don't know how to express my gratitude for this, so I'll just say a massive and heartfelt thank you for all the support within this. This is a community. I look at this whole place as a goddamn community here, and it's very important to be sharing this lack of words with you. No, to be sharing this very special moment with you in a more sincere tone. It really is fucking cool, man. And just seriously, thank you. I mean, this has been quite literally the best time ever, my friends. And holy shit, the lights keep on pumping up too. What the fuck is going on over here? I'm getting laser eyes today, bitches. Woo! Yeah! I'm actually getting laser eyes a little bit later. Not the pussy profile pic versions. No, I'm talking about real laser eyes. I'm getting that LASIK, pseudo LASIK on my eyes. It's just soon enough over here. And that means that actually we probably won't have a video tomorrow because I don't think I'll be able to see. I'm actually serious. I'm getting like lasers on my eyes. And well, we'll see how that one goes. Hopefully no complications with that. And I'm told I'll be back in business maybe like maybe by Sunday or Monday, something like that. So perhaps we'll upload like some sort of a psychological video in the meantime. But with that said, again, major Elsa's gonna do the videos. Major thank you. It is just fucking sweet right now. Anyways, with that in mind, Bitcoin has done perhaps the thing that we've been waiting for the last couple weeks here. Something very important. Actually, I think a little bit more than 2 weeks now, as we're gonna get into soon enough. But before that, starting off with the Krown trading application over here, which we found at app.krown.net. It is, by the way, 100% free as well if you so desire to use it for your own good, but you have to use it for good. In that case, what do we see? We see Bitcoin dominance rising a little bit as essentially Bitcoin does salvage itself and, dare I say, put in the first higher low since the daily uptrend is actually getting started right here. Fear and greed index also came down significant points from yesterday to today, which is rather interesting. 73 all the way down to a 66, and Bitcoin actually, well, did something rather important. So this is, again, good, as Bitcoin is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, pretty much around per all-time highs, and the market is not getting exuberantly irrational just yet. I really expect to get to see that coincide with tops and probably stay there for a while in the 90 range or so. Anyways, as far as the top 10 best coins go, we got a lot of big coins in the last 24 hours here. Decentraland, Dogecoin, BAT, Axie Infinity, Chili's Eat Fresh, Ravane. No, that's Subway. My bad. What is Chili's mantra? I forget. Are they even around anymore? KuCoin token, Engine token, CryptoCom, and Flow, all with double digits or more. In Decentraland, like actually almost 50%. That is impressive right there. Anyways, into the market data tab we go over here, and another few very interesting things. In fact, this is going to really play into the analysis probably coming into early next week, actually. Oh shit, I should probably turn off the alerts. I do appreciate that, my good friend, but I have to turn that off for right now. We're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll, and words are falling from my mouth like shit from ass right now. Anyways, what do we see right here? Something very significant, actually. In a more sincere tone, I want to remove my face for a second here, get my little rat mug out of the way, and let's go look at the global open interest. We see the global open interest taking a nice dump-ola right there, just from about 15 billion all the way down now to about 13.5 billion, and coming down actually as we speak as well. The global leverage ratio also doing the same, as you can see over here, after we pretty much have hit well, actual highs on that. Now, what does that imply within the context of the current price action? You have price action going up, you have open interest lever positions going down, and Bitcoin, for at least in my opinion, is in the process of setting in a higher low right now, with the funny rates being, you know, rather low. I mean, not 124 is nothing to be concerned with, in my opinion, at all whatsoever. I mean, that is pretty much par for the course, just slightly above it. So what does that essentially imply? It essentially implies that this move is being, as we kind of suggested over the last week or so, very likely fueled by shorts closing. And how can we further sort of verify this, or maybe even get a little bit more of an edge on top of that? Let's go into the flow analysis over here. What is this suggesting? Yet again today, a fucking again over here, perps are market net short 108 spot 36 billion with a B. So we have a lot of aggressive sellers within this market. The market probably grabbed a lot of them below $60,000 territory. And as long as Bitcoin's above $60,000 right now, I mean, this is, well, at least as far as I'm concerned, a higher low. And the trend has quite literally just confirmed as an uptrend for the first time since the last major run. And now all higher term time frames are in concert with each other. And we have a fucking phenomenal setup right here is what it looks like. So of course, this will always come with invalidation points as well. In fact, we'll just get it out of the way. $60,000. There you go, on CME specifically. But as long as Bitcoin's above there, I mean, this is the setup, I do believe, especially with Ethereum making new all-time highs along the way as well. The one big counterpoint to everything that I'm thinking and saying right now would be this. However, we're seeing a lot of the dog shit rally once again, which is usually not a great sign. But the underlying market dynamics for Bitcoin specifically, I do think are actually rather healthy right here in a more sincere tone. So with that said, let's get into it. Or actually, no, we're done over there. Let's go check out the hash rate. I'm just curious, have we made new highs on this? No, we have not, but we are right around prior all-time highs. Just, kind of a signal of the health of the overall network right there. And we should get into the charts right now. And what do we have right there? Oh, she's glorious. She's oh so fucking glorious now, isn't she? Look at those rising bottoms, baby. We love our rising bottoms over here. And you can see it's coming in right at the yellow 21 exponential average on CME. And of course, if we were to take a Fibonacci retracement on this as well, which I will get rid of this for the time being, and we'll do a bullish retracement for the current run that we just had. And where would it be coming in around on CME? Actually at the 382 Fibonacci retracement. So, that is a bit more of an aggressive higher low, but you do expect that, or at least you do see that sometimes in, rather bullish markets. So we can be looking at that now as, as a major area to be aware of. $59,000 for a daily. I do think that I would signal major cautionary warnings if Bitcoin were to trade back down below just this last 4-hour spike low, which is about 60,600. I mean, at that point, probably just $60,000 is fair enough anyways. Closing below there would very likely beget another test down to that $58,000 low and very likely continue onwards and forwards from there. But yesterday I uploaded a shorts video a little bit later in the day. Hopefully a lot of people were actually able to see it because I wanted to talk about this scenario right here as Bitcoin did approach essentially a gap that we had in from 26th of October. And we did say, hey, look, if you're bearish, this is actually the place to be looking for on a lower high, to be fair. And a rejection right here very likely does beget another move down to $58,000. We actually got that. Now, here's the thing. I couldn't have told you that the move was going to happen in this exact fashion right here. That's not at least what I think technical analysis can do. There are certainly limitations to it. In fact, several limitations. In fact, only limitations, in fact. But more importantly with this, that buyback from that region on volume is a good signal right here as Bitcoin once again grinds up against that specific 62,200 level that we spoke about over the past day and a half now. So with that in mind, technically speaking, I still want to actually see it break above there. And at that point, I would be looking for a nice sideways and up move to our prior range highs from the 25th of October, somewhere around about 63,800 or so. And that's the next big area, so to speak. But just by coming back above and closing even a 4-hour dildo above 62,200, I would say that it's, even the most conservative trader at that time, you're looking at this as a higher low. You're looking at this as now your confirmed uptrend. You got your higher highs, you got your higher lows. We even made new all-time highs along the way. This is, generally good. So as always, like I said, it's going to come with invalidation conditions. 4-hour below about 60,500 is your first major warning flag. Below $60,000, I would be looking for another retest of the lows and probably does fall lower over time. And to be fair, we have not taken out this level just yet, but I do think that this is very likely the setup as we do see volatility starting to rise again above 50 percentile right here, alongside essentially trend holding itself. And just by grinding up this area for this long, it is going to look more and more like likely that it does want to push through, alongside momentum oscillators over here as well, as we do see 4-hour Joule still maintained with this positive curvature right there. And I think the 12-hour is about to flip around as well. Yeah, it did lose its downside curvature more importantly, and is in a bouncy territory that is actually a Fibonacci area right there. So I do like that more importantly. And the daily, we've kind of already covered that as we see this higher low being put in on contracting volatility. So we spoke about this again, I think it was like late last week, maybe early this week, in the sense that, when you see price action coming down like this into a higher low fashion, essentially constructing your uptrend in this case with volatility contracting, that is actually a really, really good sign. It would be a very bad sign if we saw volatility starting to tick up alongside Bitcoin breaking down. That would be a reversal signal. In this case right here, this is, very likely setting in the next major areas. Bitcoin trades down a little bit. 61,300 on spot price action. Bad, very bad. No, just kidding. All right. So anyways, there's a couple more couple of very much more important things that we need to talk about like right now as well that supersede anything that I've been speaking about right here. And it's on this chart right here. Nope, not on that chart. It's on this chart right here. Yes, indeed. We have the bi-monthly closure today for CME exchange. And of course, spot price action will follow through on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Now, keep in mind that wherever CME closes this month and bi-monthly out today is very likely to be where spot price action closes on Sunday as well. So I do look at it as more of a formality. And if CME does close anywhere above 56 or even 57,000 bucks today, I'm going to be very, very bullish coming into the end of this year, looking for new all-time highs very likely in November, latest December. And I don't know if necessarily if I'd feel comfortable saying that it's going to stop right there. This is good. We have volatility expansion alongside trend continuation. And this is, your next sort of healthy-ish consolidation right here on the macro scale. And that would imply that our next targeted region on an actual breakout would very likely be somewhere between about 75 to 80,000 bucks. Personally speaking, I do think 80,000 bucks would be the next major area of consolidation, and then we could talk about long-term targets into the 6 digits. If and when that becomes relevant. We're still a little bit far away from that, obviously. Now we can take this one step further as well over here with our momentum oscillators. We can see that monthly Stokes on CME will actually cross up on today's closure at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time with any sort of a closure above 46,000 bucks. Now, we've all seen some pretty crazy things in Bitcoin, no doubt about that. We've all seen some pretty crazy things on Bitcoin. I'm not going to fucking jinx it right there. How about that? But there's a lot of important things going on right here. Not only would the monthly Stokes be crossing back up, so momentum turning up alongside trend continuation, alongside volatility expansion, but we'd also be holding within the bullish control zone as well. Obviously, spot price action is going to be a little bit more mature with this as well here, and $47,000 is the number to be beaten. And of course, the same sort of knowledge applies as what I just said about today's closure for CME and spot price action on Sunday. It's very likely a formality, although you do want to see it confirmed as well. So this would look obviously very good. I think the bi-monthly never crossed. Oh no, it actually did cross down, but we'll be popping back up above 66. So fair enough. I don't know how much I trust that one anyways, because there's not too much history there. So with all that said, I mean, this is, we're actually going to have a chance to close on new all-time highs on the monthly as well. So that's definitely bearish. So of course, there's going to be ebbs and flows in this market. No doubt about that. However, the general direction that my general disposition is, as we've been kind of looking at for the past, few weeks here, very likely upside resolution as, trend continue. Once the trend is your friend, the most likely thing to happen is trend continuation until it doesn't. And this trend literally just got confirmed right here on that higher low schedule. So we're only 23 minutes into this bitch right now, actually. Let's go through this chart over here. Actually, haven't referenced this just yet. Do we have anything to be aware of on daily RSI? No, because we don't have any. Our last low was way back on over there, so not too much to update right there. What about the 5-day? 5 days just continuation. Yes, nice, very good. 2-day is what? Today is Friday, actually. No, just kidding. 12-hour, yes, 12-hour. We identified this yesterday as well. Hidden bullish evidence come off that last low, helping out with the biases that this is a nice pivot right here. So again, if you are conservative, and technically speaking, it's actually even if you're aggressive too, we've actually not cleared back above that gappy area. So there is still risk with this. Obviously, I just suspect that based off of momentum oscillators here and all of the higher term time frame setups, that it probably does pull through. In fact, we should now go check out the lower term time frame momentum oscillators and see where they're positioned currently. 4-hour momentum remains to the upside as long as above $60,000 territory. Good. 12-hour is freshly crossing up, by the way, as well, as long as we're above 59,200, so also good. And daily will also cross up today with any sort of a closure above 62,650. So those are the magical numbers right there. I imagine that the hourly is actually up as well, as long as about 61.1. So you can look at, still 60,000 bucks as kind of a, a major area to be aware of. Below there, I would essentially negate a lot of the things that I'm getting excited about right now, obviously. And, we'll cross that bridge when we get to the bridge or the trees in the forest and some bullshit saying that who knows what the fuck, who knows where it came from. But overall, you get what I'm saying in the sense that as long as basically, if you wanted to boil down my statements today, above 60,000, good. Below 60,000, bad. There we go. There is the 5-second clip. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. No, just kidding, man. Anyways, do we want to address Ethereum or should we just get into the chats right now? I think we should just get into the chats, actually. Perhaps before that, I just want to see if total market cap is in the same sort of posturing right here, just out of curiosity. see where we're at within the grand scheme of things. And yeah, man, this is yet again another setup right here as well. Obviously, daily BBWP is on the floor. It's getting very close to expansion here, but I really want to see the actual not oscillator, but the BBWP metric on this get above the moving average and that get a positive slope. That's at the time where I do start to look at this as, you know, it's moving, so to speak. But again, you know, we are at all-time highs in this case, and well, as long as you're above basically yesterday's higher low at 2.45 trillion with the T. Good, we'll say. Very, very good. In fact, bi-daily shows it a little bit more obviously, and 5-day is, well, just plain old good right there. Is there anything that I'm missing? Oh, yes, that's right. We do have a CME weekly closing today. Is there anything specifically interesting right here? Yeah, I mean, any sort of a closure, especially above about 62 is going to look really, really good. So other than that, yeah, I think we can just get into the comments right now. I don't know. I might have to make the stream a little bit more on the shorter side, simply just for the fact that, well, I need to like get to my laser eye appointment. It's actually like a serious thing. Anyways, let's see what we got going on over here. Holy shit, man, 655 likes. What the fuck is going on right now, man? Holy fucking moly. Let's pull up the chatties over here. Let's see. Let me just adjust my own views. There we go. Or should I do it like this? Yeah, we should do it like this actually. There we go. That's the setup. That's it. That makes it nice and easy. Hey, thank you for that, Mr. Justin Young. Major appreciation, man. It's like I don't really know how to understand it just yet. And massive thank you as well to Mr. Jack and Nitro Tigers. It's a community effort. That is what I do have to say. It is a community effort here, and that is like the most important part, is that somehow even when the channel's gotten to this size, like our community has stayed, I think, you know, I think of quite high quality. You know, when my biggest fear with, like, you know, other channels is looking at the comments and it's like, man, what the fuck am I reading here? How do you guys get dressed in the morning without being told what to do? But no, this channel seems to have kept that intact, which I'm really, really happy with. What's up, Elegio? Yeah, we can look at Cello. Any time frames? Sure. All right. We got over here. We got it on Binance and Cello. Yeah, this one's looking pretty damn good coming to the end of the weekly closure. Now, obviously, this one's wiki is all hell. What the hell happened in late August is scary, but you know, when we go down to the into the actual chart, into the lower term timeframes, what do we see right here? We see what we saw, I think, about what was it, 2-3 days ago when we looked at it last. We see a slew of rising lows right here. We see a reaccumulation phase, pretty much, I believe, at the all-time highs right now. Yes. So I would be looking for next move up somewhere around the top side of the range at about 7.5 to 775. Obviously, confirmation of breakout would be above there, and invalidation of this lovely setup would be below about 575 in this case. But you know, how long does this one take? I don't know. It's probably still has another week or so within this overall range. Generally speaking, though, I'm going to be biased towards an upside resolution here. This is, well, quote unquote good, and it's going to be very interesting to see a lot of the altcoin setups today. Like, what if they aren't bullish as fuck? That would be that would be scary. But yes, this one, you know, short-term timeframes, or actually no, you did not specify. So short-term timeframes, I'd get a little more excited. Short-term back above about $7 on a 4-hour closure. Until then, a little bit of a short-term range here between about 6.25 and kind of where it's at exactly right now. What's up, Nicholas? Hi, Uncle Krown. Just regular Krown today, sir. Your hair is quite charty today. It is quite volatile, I will say. Yeah, indeed. Can you check out .USD 1 hour, 4 hour? Sure. Yeah. I actually just recorded a video on Polkadot today for Elio's channel. I've been having a lot of fun making videos for his channel because I can be like an irrational bull. But over here, you know, we do have to keep it nice and subdued. Anyways, you know, it is for you know, all intents and purposes, objectively a good setup right here. Again, same sort of thing, right? You know, you do have your higher lows coming in right around about $40.50. As long as you're above there, this will, if it does confirm anywhere above, I think it's about 42 today. Would confirm hidden bullish evidence on daily RSI and BBWP being on the floor right here while you're pretty much, yeah, around your all-time highs. Technically speaking, I do want to see an actual breakout above about 45.5 on a daily closure to confirm the breakout, but you know, the setup is looking good so far. Of course, invalidation on the short-term bullishness would be below about $40.50. Then I would be looking for a potential another low and in big bounce somewhere around about 35 to 36 bucks. But for right now, you know, this is within the context of the market, one of the more interesting setups, I do think. Let's see, did you give a time frame? Oh, you're looking at very low term time frames, like a 4 hour and 1 hour. 4 hour time frame. Actually, we got a bit of a short term range going on right here. I do think it's important to kind of look at the higher term timeframes and something like this, because you might miss it, but in this case right here, short term timeframes, problems below about 41.80. If that does happen, I'd be looking for another run towards the $39.50 region right there. I wouldn't call it a breakdown just yet until it actually breaks below there on a closing basis. And in short term to the upside above $44, I'd be looking for this one to retest 45. Obviously that's going to put the daily in a good posturing. For what it's worth on the hourly right here, we actually do have potential hold on. I'm just gonna cheat and use caretakers. Oh no, I'm on caretakers right there. Technically no bearish divergence possible right there, so I'm guessing we're making just ever so slightly higher highs on hourly RSI 62.53. Yeah, we are by like half of a point. Oh well, I guess it counts. Overall short-term timeframes, if you are playing the trend, you do kind of want to see a higher low somewhere around about 42 to 42 and a half. In order to maintain the short-term bullishness, but for right now, short-term, like if you're just looking at the hourly, just a bit of a range. Higher-term timeframes, though, I think is where the setup is at. And again, problems below about 41.80, $42, especially on like a 4-hour closure in that case. Hopefully that was helpful, sir. Cool. Sweet. What's up? Winning Choice 87. Hello, Zer. I am Zer. Hello, sir. I think she was just playing hard on the first night. Yeah, a little bit of that, man. COTI USD 4-hour daily. Sure. Symbol COTI. There we go. COTI USD on Binance. Oh, nice. Oh, this one's popping up right now. Oh, lovely. Very, very lovely. Oh, very lovely in this case. All right. Here we have COTI, symbol COTI versus the dollar. And what do we have right here? A lovely low, another higher low right around the 45 and a half, or actually 46 and a quarter cent region right there. Again, we see this set up many times around the market. And of course, it's going to come with an invalidation condition. In this case, very simply put, below 46 cent in this case. I would be looking for, and I would be calling out an upside resolution with any sort of a daily closure above 58 cents or 58 and a quarter if you want to be super exact. Daily Jewel does have its upside posturing, and I can't actually see one in there. There we go. Lovely. And do we have some divergences over here? No, we do not. But we do have BBWP on the floor and expanding. It actually is above the moving average right now. So I do think that this one is ready to move probably within the next 48 hours, maybe latest 72 hours. This is good. This is very, very good. Just want to see it actually confirm above about 58 and a quarter. I'd be looking for retests of prior all-time highs after that being, 65 to 66 cents. And very likely new all-time highs after that. I mean, it's kind of no secret right now within the market that many things are moving and moving big, moving very big actually. So where would the next sort of long-term breakout targets be? And again, this is on a confirmed breakout, realistically above the current all-time highs. But I'd be looking into the 80-cent region. Anywhere between about 80 and 90 cents would look really, really good for the next sort of consolidation phase. Just out of curiosity, what are we looking like over on this chain over here? Just curious. Let's see. Let's go to a 4-hour. 4 hours up as long as above about 41.90. Good. 12-hour is going to pop back up above 43.85. Okay, that would also kind of coincide with the topside resolution, so perhaps front runnable in that aspect. Daily back up about 45 and a third. So perhaps not ready exactly today, but I do think that the setup is really starting to mature probably over the next, again, 48 hours to 72 hours. Sometime around beginning of next week is very, very likely here. So yeah, maybe back down to the hourly as well. Yeah, 42.40 going to be the short-term area to be aware of. So below about 42.40 on an hourly, I would actually be looking for another retest of the downside in this case. But for right now, this one is pretty damn good. Oops, wrong chart right there, but back onto this one. Yeah, again, long-term though, invalidation, and I don't really have any really, bad things to say about this as far as the boo laws go here, as long as you're above about 46 cent. If you do lose 46 cent on a daily though, well, probably looking at somewhere back down around about 37.5 cent, I think minimum, perhaps even all the way down to 30 cent, 30.5 cent or so, but hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for COTI. Nice one, man. What's up, Nikki? Are you related to Alex Karp? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Do I need to look this up? Oh dear Lord, what is this? Is this a doppelganger going on right here? Let's see. Who is I think someone's actually asked me that before. He's in Palantir. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Oh dear Lord. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't hear that, and my self-esteem can be remaining intact now. No, I'm not actually. Tompo553 says pond on the 4-hour and daily. Okay, so this is a new one. Pond, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we should maintain an open mind here. Definitely not the most bullish chart in a sea of mostly interesting charts here, but this one is looking for a move. Like again, I'd say probably today. I think at latest Sunday or Monday, as BBWP is expanding off the ever-loving lows right there. Now, again, within the context of this market, you know, you do kind of have to do, or at least I prioritize market analysis over individualistic analysis. But hey, if this one does dump out, where's the level that I'm looking towards? 7.4 cent right here. Below there, very fucking bad. I'd be looking for retests of your prior lows in July, actually. Until that happens, though, I just look at this as probably a sloppy altcoin chart. Technically speaking, I do want to see it clear above, you know, this area right here, your prior range highs, and I'm being very, very conservative with this just because of obvious reasons. But 11 cent above there, I'd be looking for this one to retest your early September highs and very likely continue on with the party back onto your May highs over time. But yeah, it's certainly not the most bullish shot that we've seen this morning. Although it is early, so maybe we'll find some other ones. At least for right now, you do have a drop of phantom bullish evidence come off the lows on the 4 hour. Don't know how much I trust that one, but you know, if I did have to say, I'd probably be looking for short-term backup towards 9.25 cent or so. In H bar on the 4 hour, okay, yeah, we can definitely do that, man. This one I believe is a little more popular, so perhaps we'll have something interesting to look at right around here. Yeah, indeed. In fact, indeed. Let's record this one. Here we have H bar Hedgerpa hash graph versus the dollar. And what do we have right here? We have a lovely reaccumulation formation in this ascending triangle. Now, short term, just a bit of a range here, so not anything too super interesting. However, the area to be excited about is back above about 42 cents on a 4 hour closure. That would imply a technical target all the way back up towards your 53, 54 cent highs. And do things stop there long term? Probably not. No, I mean, this one's already consolidating around, you know, current all-time highs, and this is more or less good with volatility coming off the lows here as well. So the setup is very, very likely to create a macro move, at least in my opinion. All higher term timeframes are in an uptrend. All higher term timeframes seem to be bullish. Yeah, even weekly hidden bullish evidence on the last closure right there. So good. Let's see what let's see if there's anything countering that on this chart over here, and then we will come up with an invalidation condition on this one as well. Not that this is financial advice, of course, but just out of curiosity. Short term, 4 hour Stokes remain to the upside as long as above 36, and I actually do like that as a bit of a downside pivot there on the short term timeframes, meaning that below 36 cent, I would even say 36.5 cent, I would be looking for a retest of yesterday's lows, somewhere around 35 cent overall. Daily, what are we looking like right here? We'll turn back up freshly, actually, above 37 and 85, so that's looking very, very good. And weekly will also freshly turn up if we close anywhere here or higher by Sunday at IP Eastern Time. So that is, you know, looking more good than bad, I would certainly say. And whoops, wrong chart, my bad. Again, want to see it actually confirm above that current area right there. Invalidation very easily below about 34.25. If that were to happen, I'd be looking for another retest of the range lows at 28.75, maybe a little bit lower than that at 27 even, and then we come back to it after that. But hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for H bar. I'm gonna take a sippy sip of this water, baby. Oh, there he is. The youngin' is back. The young Padawan, Mr. Wally Nell. There he is. What's up, man? I hope you're doing amazing today. I think I am. I got kind of a bastardized version of sleep later, or earlier, but we're working, baby. We're working. Just a question, is that a baby cup and handle on the 1 hour, or are you just happy to see me? And thanks, man. Yeah, okay, so let's go see it on the hourly right here. So the question is this a baby cup and handle right here? Okay, so whenever it comes to patterns, Wally, and I can speak directly right now to you because I know that you're in the program, so I know that you're going to understand kind of the terminology that I'm going to use here. Whenever it comes to patterns, I'm less inclined to like identify a pattern as a pattern. I'm more inclined to identify what's actually happening because there is a psychology going on and behind this. And what is it? Well, you're essentially having a reversal of trend right here, right? You're essentially having a reversal of trend. So here's your low. Here's your prior high. You have a higher high on the hourly. You have a higher low right here. You have the same high right here. You have the higher low right here. You have the same high right here. So you have a couple things going on. Technically speaking, do you have a cup and handle? You typically want to see a little bit more of a falling channel as your handle, but this would be an ascending triangle as your handle format. Either which way, again, the trend is your friend, and that's what you can always boil down all patterns pretty much to. In fact, you know, I don't even think it's really that much worth learning patterns, to be honest with you. You know, you kind of have to just so that, you know, it's just, you know, it's probably okay to know, but they always boil down to trend So in this case right here, you can look at it as that. So are you right? Yeah, I'd say more or less yes. But does that mean that you can apply a measure move in this case? Yeah, you very likely could. Although I do like to err on the side of conservativeness when it comes to measure moves. This one would obviously be a little more aggressive right here, pointing towards another move up towards $65,000 on a breakout above about $62,000 in this case. On an hourly. So yeah, man, I would say I think, I mean, you are right. The volume signature is correct. Yes, you've identified that all well and good. I just want to speak directly to you right now because just remember, whenever in doubt with a pattern, you don't need to know the name, you need to know what it actually means, and that is a trend, and the trend is perhaps even your friend right now. Still is not confirmed, however, though. What's up, Gemini? Pullback target on Matic. Look for a reentry at 180. Okay, I think I got Matic right here. Oh wow, this one's hit our 220 target. Hey, not bad. There we go. Lovely. Oh, very lovely. Hey, there we go. Cool. Let's record this one. Here we have Matic Polygon versus the dollar. And I want to follow up on this one because I think we put out a video on this channel just a few days ago, and also on Elio's channel a few days before that. And what do we have right here? We actually have hit our first targeted region right around about 2.25. Good, getting our first pullback based upon that. So the question is, for Mr. Gemini Athlete MMA is, what's a pullback target? Well, it depends what time frame you're on, obviously. But in this case, do I think that we can pull back down to, 185, 188 region? Yeah, I do think so. I don't have a strong opinion on whether that's going to happen or not, but that's where I would be looking for on a pullback if we are going to get a pullback first, which I do think is relevant because you have kind of sold off on your prior highs from May, actually, late May in this case right here. So coming back down and reaccumulating a little bit lower on the lower term timeframes, rather likely. But long term, this is obviously, a setup, and I do look at it as confirmed in this case. And now it's going to come with an invalidation condition now, which we can actually move up a bit to about 180. Sorry, let me make sure I do this properly. About 182 on a daily closure. As long as you're above there, look for this one to, well, essentially complete the measured move, which is pointed up all the way towards about 260, perhaps within the next couple of weeks here. Weekly, obviously, going to be closing on new all-time, or going to at least have a chance to close on new all-time. Any sort of a closure above 190 would do that. And then I'd be looking essentially for the measure move in confluence with the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, somewhere between about 250 to 260. Very likely a consolidation around that region, and then perhaps long term we do set up for another continuation of that move. Now I want to see where BBWP is. Yes, indeed, it's expanding off the lows. Great. So this does essentially help confirm the move as well. And daily RSI is actually well within the bullish control zone, which is looking good as well here. Let's see. So over here on our momentum charts, I'm just curious where exactly we're at right now. And let's see, weekly momentum is up as long as we're above 154. Okay, looking rather likely coming into Sunday. Daily will cross down below 208. So is short term a little bit more corrective? Probably yes. 4 hour, going to be crossing down below 209. So yeah, I do think that this one does pull back first, somewhere around that targeted region, and then look for a higher low perhaps over the next couple days. And if that does occur, that would be a really, really good signal. Again, be aware of the invalidation conditions as well, but so far so good. By the way, volatility is kind of on the ceiling here on the lower term time frame. So again, likely to contract. And I think that you've identified that very, very well. We do also notice a trend line coming in right here. So perhaps that is where we do find the next higher low as well. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Polygon. Sweet, man. Shibley, good morning to you, man. Can we check out CL? Oh, you want to look at crude light? All right. Yeah, we can do that. I absolutely despise trading oil and and gas. Fucking hate it, man. Anyways, looking at this over here, you are on the daily, bouncing at bottom of range with daily jewel acting up. I see daily jewel actually turning down right here, man, but it's not supported by DMI, so I'd probably look at this move as corrective rather than a reversal. See where we are in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so is this an area of interest over here? Not necessarily, no. Long term, the area of interest actually right around here on this big breakdown, right? That would be quite a bit higher at $94. So I expect that this is just a short-term move. In fact, the weekly, I think is actually still fine here. Anyways, you're saying bouncing at the bottom of the range with daily jewel acting up. No, at least I can't. Okay, maybe you're talking about like symbol CL rather than crude light futures. Maybe you're talking about Colgate. Let me just double check. Okay, yes, you are. Oh, you're on NICE. Okay. Yeah, Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very, very good signal right here. Supported by DMI as well. Yes. I like it. You're at the 55 right now. Probably a bit of a short-term pullback, maybe to 76.5 or so. But I do think that this is very likely the reversal. You see a change of behavior on the volume signature down here. A little bit of a higher low as well. I'd like to see it close above the 55, but after that, this thing can roll a bit, somewhere around 78 to probably 78.5 is kind of where I'd be looking towards. And is this like the big reversal that you're waiting for? Yeah, the weekly says it is a reversal right here. Any sort of a closure here or higher by end of day, I'm minimum targeting 78 bucks. Above 78.5, this one can actually run quite a fair bit more. So yeah, I agree with you, man. Looking good right there. What's up, Jack? Ethereum, Bitcoin, 4 hour and daily. Okay, let's see where this one's at. I'm guessing that this one actually is continuing on with the move that we're looking for. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, beautiful. Oh, nice. And we actually just about hit our target there. It was 718 or 720. Got up to 717.5. Okay. Let me actually pull it up on the chart that we were referencing it on earlier. And where are you? Where are you, Ethereum, Bitcoin? Yeah, there we go. So obviously Ethereum, Bitcoin pairing is going to be looking pretty damn good, whilst Ethereum is kind of leading the charge right now, making new all-time highs. Damn footrest got away from me again. How does that even happen, man? Anyways, pushing back on this first resistance on the first passes, is rather likely. But let's see. You are talking about a 4 hour and daily. So let's go down to a 4 hour first. I think the 4 hour is actually suggesting that we might actually break it today. Of course, I want to see a closure above there, and yes, I do think using a 4 hour would be relevant. I'd be targeting a short-term continuation of 7.30 million satoshis, but overall daily very likely brings it up to the prior range highs at 768, 769 region. 4 hour volatility is like not in any concerning like area just yet. I want to see it at minimum get to 95 percentile before I start to look for short-term highs, and you do have hidden bullish evidence come off that last low as well. So I do think it's going to at least test this region once again. Does it actually break it or not? Well, that question remains to be seen, obviously. But I'd want to see it close above, and then yes, I'd start to target the next major region. And then on the daily, looking somewhere between 7.5 to 769 or so, long term. And of course, make no mistake about it, the weekly, powerful as fuck right here, man. Hidden bullish evidence come off that last lows we identified, I think, beginning of this week. This is an ascending triangle right here. I don't think it's necessarily ready just yet, although. Oh my god, man. Oh my lord. Look at this. BBWP is the lowest that it's been since basically October 2020. Oh my god. We do have a measured move on this one to be made. That would be pointed up towards almost 0.95. Looking good, man. Looking very good. Hopefully that was helpful, sir. What's up, Alex F? Can I get your opinion on self-key? Okay. All right. Key. Is this from 2017? It sounds kind of familiar. Whoops, maybe I should try spelling it properly. Maybe I should try spelling it. I know you asked about KuCoin, but it should be the same chart over here on Binance as well. Anyways, you're looking at a 4 hour specifically. Okay, all right. Definitely a laggard. Definitely not the most interesting chart that we've seen today. But is it likely to follow the rest of the market? Probably yes. You do have a bit of a 4 hour potential low going on right here, which does mean that we do have an area to mark off at about actually just 1 cent even. Nice and round and even. Does it come back down and test there a few more times? Maybe yes, but overall I'd probably be looking for this one to rally back up somewhere around your 1.1 to 1.2 cent highs. And if that starts to happen, that's gonna look good for the long term. I don't know if you're like very long term on this, but daily appears to be your next higher low on the 55 and 200 as well, which is good. I play this as a higher low as long as you're above 1 cent. It's actually very simple to invalidate that one. But for right now, so far so good, man. What's up for all? Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Holy shit. Since 2017, my lord, man, an OG of the cave fans. I've never seen you talk here before, man. So good to meet you officially. And thank you for that, man. That's awesome. Fucking nice. A lot of man, it must be very special for the 2017 and 2018 people here. Not just like for this channel, but obviously for the price action, Like there were legitimate concerns back in those times. It's like, all right, this thing's probably going to come down to like $3,000, $4,000, but I don't know if it's going to survive like long term. And it did, man, and it did. And now we're 20x from those numbers. It's insane, man. It's fucking insane. We're on the moon already, as far as I'm concerned. Gemini says Mana, so this is Decentraland, and if I recall from this morning, Decentraland was actually one of the biggest winners of the last 24 hours, and yes, indeed it was. Holy fucking moly right there. Yeah, let's record this one. You have Decentraland, symbol MANA versus the dollar, and we have a phenomenal move in the last 24 hours. It looks like just about 50% from bottom to top right there. Lovely. Anyways, with that said, it is just right at the precipice of actually confirming a macro breakout. If you're using Wix in this case, which I suppose you could, although this is an altcoin, so it can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but technically it would already be confirmed, but even just a daily closure above about basically here or higher would do it for me and lead towards long-term continuation. In fact, I mean, this one's very likely to continue. I do believe hidden bullish divergence off that last daily low. Volatility is just a green dildo to the moon, and daily jewel is another halt of your long signal right into that region. So, technically speaking, if you do wait for the confirmation of this above about 108, 109 region, I would be looking for over the next week or so to move up towards about 1.25 to 130 or so. Long term, though, I don't believe that it stops there. This is a macro breakout, in my opinion, in the making. We do have a W bottom, and that actually does have a measure move on it as well. And that'd be pointed up towards basically your all-time highs at 150. Weekly RSI also looking really, really good over here as well. That is what you expect on your breakouts. And let's see what we got going on right here, actually, on our momentum charts. I just want to see if they're falling through here too. Yeah, 4 hour remains to the upside as long as above 97 cents. Good. Daily freshly up above 97 as well. Also good. 5-day freshly up above 80 cents. Very good. And weekly freshly crossing up above 90 cents. Yeah, man, this is... I think this is very likely it right here, man. So let's come up with an validation condition because, well, that needs to be done. Short-term bullishness does subside below where? Below, Jesus Christ, man, below 92 cents. Not very helpful. Yeah, I would like to see it actually take that leg up like today. That would look really, really good. Hopefully that was helpful, man. And there you go for Decentraland. Let's just take another sippy sip of this, man. Oh yeah, some tea would be great actually today. Thank you, sir. Haha, great. Girlfriend making tea. Thanks for that, Drew Donaldson, but feel free to have a message as well, man. And the Naked Truth wants to look at Kati 4-hour daily. We already got that one, so I think we're good there. If you want to look at something very specific with it, though, we could go back to it. And I think I recorded that one as well, so should be good to go. And thanks, man. Kyle Yale says, hey, Krown, congrats on 100,000. Massive thank you, my friend. I'll go around on 4-hour daily and weekly. Okay. I'll go USD. All right. Yeah, so we've been following on this one. Should I record this one? Should I not record this one? Fuck it, might as well. Ooh, this little burp. A real good burp. Here we have algo around symbol ALGO versus the dollar. And we're still kind of baking within this, what's looking like an ascending triangle right here, which is good. As long as this thing is essentially putting in lows and not closing below about 173, 175 region, I look at this one as likely to play out the overall formation. Volatility is starting to finally rear its head here, and the moving average is having a positive slope, so that is good signal that we're closer to the resolution of this whole formation than not. I still think it might take, another week, maybe even 2 weeks within this region, but overall, any sort of a closure above about 210 on a daily, even just a wick higher than your wick highs from 4th of October, I do think would be relevant as well. And I'd actually be looking for this one to retest pro-optimize and very likely make new optimize towards about 269 and play out the measure move right there. Looking at the short-term time frames, like a 4-hour, again, in validation below about 173. 4-hour time frame, not really giving me too much right here. So I don't think I have anything else to say about that. And what do we see on this schedule over here? Just curious if the 4-hour is falling through like right now or not. Yeah, 4 hours up as long as above about 180. So looking short term okay. 12-hour will turn back up above 202. All right. And daily will turn back above $2 as well. So going back to this chart over here. I could even move down the resolution point to about $2, just above $2. That would look really, really good. Until then, still some more sideways action on this one. And again, I get excited about this one, especially above about $2, it looks like. So hopefully that's helpful. And there you go, sir. Cool. Gears Isa says, greetings, Mr. Krown. Hello. Greetings to you as well, sir. Can we look at longer term targets on QNT USD? Any moonboy targets you might see? Can try. I mean, you can always see moonboy targets, right? It's just, are they relevant or not? It's a real question. Yeah, I think just briefly looking at the weekly right here, I think it's rather obvious that this one's at best going to be consolidating for a while. It's a good consolidation here. Again, as long as you're riding above about 266, long term good. And volatility does say that this one's Still not necessarily ready here. Again, the moving average on this one stays with the downward slope, so I don't think it's ready just yet, man. Probably going to spend at least another few days probably within this range. Resolution still above about 350, or if you want to be a little more aggressive, I'd say above about 339 on a daily closure. Below 266 though, big problems, and I would be looking for big moves down somewhere around 220 to 215 or so. Yeah, with all of that in mind, I mean, daily RSI is actually a little more on the downside posture right here. We do see hidden bearish evidence and not the most strong signal, but I think it probably goes sideways. Gives another test towards the downside of this range right here. But I mean to be fair, like long term, I do like this chart. It's just the week kind of is a little more on the bearish side, to be fair. Wouldn't mind a move to 225 again if that area does break. So be aware of that, but. Kind of like looking eerily similar to Cardano before it broke as well, man. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to add on to it. If you want like moon boy targets, I can give them to you. I don't think that they're super relevant right now, especially as long as you're below about 339. Moon boy targets would be, $400 and a breakout of that, obviously, but long term would be more like 450 to 500 or so. So hopefully that's helpful, man. But I do want to dial that excitement back, just because I think at best it's going sideways right now, man. What's up, Josh? Good morning to you. Namaste as well, my friend. And thank you, sir. Massive thank you for that. Can you please check out Ethereum USD daily and weekly? I thought you'd never ask. For 43.22, new all-time highs. Lovely. All right, sweet. Yeah, let's definitely record this one. We have many things to say about this. Oops, let me adjust the chart as well. There we go. Here we have Ethereum versus the dollar, and we have a new all-time high. That's definitely bearish, right? Yeah, of course. Anyways, go into the actual charts themselves right now and pull up the daily RSI. We have hidden bullish evidence coming off our current daily higher low, and this is coming into new all-time highs already, and this is coming up within the context of rising volatility. I still want to see the moving average on this one get positive. And that's at the point where I really start to expect this one to like really zoom towards the upside. But you have tentacle formations here, you got tentacle targets, and I'm sure the Fibonacci's are saying some as well. So we did identify a long-term, I believe, cup and handle here. I mean, it's actually combined a couple different formations going on, but effectively you can understand them in the same way anyways. And that does have a measure move all the way up to the mid to upper $5,000 territory. The 1.618 Fibonacci extension on a more conservative estimate, actually, I should say, is just below 5,300. So I do think that this one is kind of en route towards those regions. Just want to see volatility really start to follow through right here. That would look good. Weekly, really fucking good, obviously. We're obviously going to see the Ethereum CME chart close today for the weekly as well, and any sort of a closure basically above 4,200 is going to look really fucking good for continuation, pretty much on the macro scale in this case. Weekly RSI does have hidden bullish evidence as well, and by the way, weekly BBWP at the lowest level, the lowest level that we've technically ever seen. Now, to be fair, there's not like a whole hell of a lot of history here to really compare with, but it does kind of align with the theory here that this one is ready to roll, and it probably has some big gainers coming up. Obviously, the monthly as well is going to be, well, I want to come up with a counterpoint to this, and certainly we will come up with invalidations, but any sort of a monthly closure above, especially 4,100 Sunday, even today, I'd say, just because CME for Ethereum is going to probably run the price anyways. I'd be looking at this as a trending move, and well, in this case, you're already at new all-time highs, so very likely to continue on with the overall party here. Bi-monthly, same thing as well, which is also closing today. This is not bearish, especially closing here or higher by end of day. See just one more angle just to see if there's any big counterpoints to this. Daily stocks remain to the upside as long as above 4,200, good. Weekly above 36.29, very good. Monthly will freshly cross up with any sort of a closure on Sunday above 33.20. That would be good, and bi-monthly a little bit too new to analyze, so should come up with an invalidation condition, as always. Do need to be, subdued here, and that would be on the short-term bullishness below 39.25. Below there, problems, I'd be looking for a corrective phase down to 36.20 to 36.50 first. Until that happens, dare I say, up and away. Just really want to see volatility follow through on this one, but very, 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 very lovely setup right there. Just fucking great. Hopefully that was helpful, and there you go, my friend. Nice one, man. Binary God says ERSDL. Okay, you're looking for a 10x by next month. All right, well, you said it, not me, man. Unfettered. Man, this one has it has a great name, but well, let's just see it. Definitely not the best chart we've seen today. That is for certain. But, you know, we see the same sort of formation going on in a lot of the altcoin markets. It's just a laggard, right? All right, let me just chart it for the daily here. I suspect that that's most relevant to you. You know, is it likely to bounce off its current area right here? Yeah, I do suspect so. Oh, thank you.
Careful,
Ooh, nice. It's really hot. All right, got some gingers in there too. This is good. It's really good. Anyways, I'm gonna have this with my steak later as well. I'm really excited about that. Anyways, you know, is it gonna bounce off this region right here? Probably yes, man. It's definitely weak. It's certainly weak, and I wouldn't get excited about it long term as long as you're below 41 cents. So if you're looking for a 10x, I think at best it does in the next month. I think at best probably like 30 cents maybe, and that's like assuming everything remains bullish and this thing just follows through. But it's not very strong on its own, it looks like, and there's not really a talk of like a 10x even potential as long as you're below the last sort of major range highs, which is about 41 cents. Above there, yeah, this thing probably goes on for a nice little run, or a nice major run in this case, but definitely a laggard. Probably going to bounce here. Just be aware of kind of where or at least where your expectations are kind of maybe a little bit more on the optimistic side. I think very likely a short-term another move back up to about 1970 or 20 cents or so. Above there, things look a little bit better for the medium term. Hopefully that's helpful, sir. Hey, what's up, Mr. Sebastian Gwynn? It's been a while, man. I've been all right, man. Got a little bit of trip last week, and now just about to get some laser eye surgery. So preparing for that, man. Preparing for that. Scared shitless, actually. Can you take a look at Loopring LRC and Frank Thomas, Nancy Thomas? Actually, I used to look at that one in traditional markets, man. Also, I'm currently buying one of your Bear Jesus shirts. Love the merch. Man, yeah, I abuse the shit out of that sweatshirt, man. I wear it all the time now that it's cold here. I'm glad that it's finding you well, man. Yeah, we can quickly look at this one. Loopring was a 2017 coin, I do remember. This one's showing some life here. This is good. Right around your prior highs from late August, that is. You know, again, we see a very similar setup kind of all across the board here, but would technically speaking like to see it actually clear above and close above on a daily, this 57.5 cent region, and then this one, you know, very likely rolls back up to your highs from May. We see volatility starting to really increase over here. We see daily Jewel is about to give another bullish signal, actually. I expect it's probably going to push through. You know, do you want to wait for the closure or not? That's up to you, obviously. Short-term time frames, does a pull back down to 49 cents first. Looks like it might. I mean, volatility is kind of maxed out right there, so a little bit of a short-term correction would certainly not be out of the question. In fact, the hourly does say that's likely. So yeah, short-term probably does pull back a little bit. No, I would not front-run that signal then. Would like to see it actually close a daily above that. See. Fortinet, huh? Good, very good, very good. Another high low right here. Looking for this one to pop back up towards 335 or so. Weekly, still, you know, long term it's good as long as you're above about 320. Below 320, I look for a correction down to 290 to 295 or so. So that'd be kind of like a short-term invalidation, but I suspect that this one's set in a higher low right here. It's looking okay. Not super great though. On the long term, kind of lose momentum there. But what's up, Oliver? This is the only tentacle content I watch past 1 a.m. EST. Oh, baby. I know exactly what you're looking at, my friend, because I look at it too. The old tentacles, man. Those Japanese people, they figured out so much. And the most interesting fetishes of all time. What the fuck? I saw like a Japanese like game show where there was these two girls and there was like a pipe between them, like a clear pipe, and they were both blowing on the pipe. Because the game was inside of the pipe, there was this live cockroach, and they were going to blow it into each other's mouth. And it's just like, what the what the fuck? It was not on Pornhub, actually. I think that was just like a regular Japanese TV show. Anyways, Oliver wants to look at VRA. Sure, man. Sure. VRA. Whoops. That right there. There we go. I guess KuCoin maybe. Actually pretty good. Pretty damn good right here. Wow, actually very good. Very good. Very good, man. You know, this one's trending right now, obviously. I would treat the 69.5 cent, or sorry, 6 spot 9.5 cent region as a higher low. Short term, does it come back down though? You're looking at okay, so you are saying specifically long-term timeframes. I do think it can range here a little bit more and come down to like 7.5 cent. That's fine. Just in validation below 6.9. Long-term, however, specific to your request, we are at the 2 spot 618, and we did get our initial sell off on that region already. You know, is that enough? I don't know. I'd like to see a confirmed closure above 8 cents. And then, yeah, I'd be looking for this one to make its way up towards double digits, actually. 10 cents to maybe even 11 cents. That'd be like the more long term. So we're talking maybe like a couple months down the road. But this is, contrary to a lot of the charts that we've seen today, very, very good. One of the best charts that we've seen today, in fact. And over the long amount of time, very fucking good, man. This is very impressive. Veracity, whatever the hell this thing is, that only trades on shitcoin exchanges, but very, very good. Very, very good. Let me take another sippy sip of this, man. Gotta clear that damn throat. All right, nice one. Just Flicks says, can you check Rose in weekly? Hey, thanks, man. From Argentina, sweet. Argentina seems like a great place to be, especially for a meat lover like myself. Apparently, you guys got all the steakhouses over there. Anyways, Rose. Okay, Rose. Does this one sound familiar? I forget. Okay, a little bit of a choppy chart here, but I think within the context of this market, I think I see probably the most likely thing right here. Or at least this would be the bullish look on this one. Of course, in validation, pretty much below yesterday's low at about 16 cents in this case. Probably do look for this one to bounce through here. It's just, is this one ready like right now? Probably not. Volatility still kind of contracting here, so probably takes a little bit more time within the overall range. Short term, does it test the downside yet again? Very easily could at 17 cents. I would only be concerned with an actual break of 16 cents on a closure. Until then, probably sideways and very likely bounces back up. But I wouldn't get too excited about this thing long term. And as long as you're below about 24 cents above there, looking for a retest of highs at 31 to 35 cents, and very likely long term new highs. It's a very good chart here. It's just I think it spends a little more time within this range overall. So hard to get excited about like right now, for example. Mario, there he is. Can you look at Amazon? And thanks, man. Weekly and monthly. Okay, so very high term time frames. I checked this morning. Amazon had earnings last night. Is that right, or am I thinking of a different stock? And I heard that the earnings were good, but it dumped out afterwards. So I'm actually not able to see the post-market data right here. If I'm just looking at this chart, it is a very good chart, and you do expect your strong stocks to rally into their earnings. But I'm making a lot of assumptions right now. I don't recall if that was actually the. Let me just check. Hold on. Where is this fucking? Let me just double check, man. We have technologies for this. Let's see. Yeah, Apple and Amazon both down after earnings. I do suspect that it is probably going to be an opportunity. There's just no reason to be really bearish on this as long as you're above 32.69. I like the setup overall, man, long term. It's just I don't know what the post market prices are. I just know that it was down after market, and I actually can't see the prices here on TradingView. I'm just gathering that off of a text from a former colleague. But long term, this would be pretty damn good. For all intents and purposes, monthly is going to be closing today. Any sort of a monthly closure above 3,500, especially, or even here, honestly, or higher, is going to look really good coming into end of year with volatility on the floor like that, and this one putting in just an ascending triangle at current all-time highs. Could we have a measure move here? Yeah, I do believe so, and that'd be pointed up towards basically like 4,000. The fuck, man, 4,000. Thing was like trading in the. What the hell? When I was trading, I was never trading this thing, but I was looking at it back when over here. It's 300. What the fuck? I guess Bezos is the richest man in the world, or one of the richest men in the world, for a reason, I suppose. Makes sense. What's up, Mind Evo? And thank you, man. Ben watches in 2019. I know, man. I know, because you actually comment, so I can say that. So I can say that I remember. Nice, man. CRO, your channel changed my life. Well, shit, man. That's hopefully in a good way. Hopefully in a good way, man. Probably just making more TA nerds like myself. But you know what? One of us, my friend, one of us. All right, CRO. This is Crypto.com, I believe. Yeah, it is. We'll go to Bittrex for this. It should have the longest running history. Pretty good right here, actually. Pretty good right here. Should we redo these charts? We really don't need too much on this one. Might as well record these. Yeah. All right. Here we have crypto.com, symbol CRO versus the dollar. Else is going to have a struggle with that one. But long-term timeframes looking really, really good right here. Obviously, this one's just been pretty much a straight up and to the right ever since its inception or rebranding in 2019. So I do like this, and I would expect this one to give another test towards the current range highs, which is around 22 to 24 and a half cents or so. I don't really have any reason to be like long-term or even looking at bearishness on something like this as long as you're about 15 or basically 16 cents. If we go down to a daily, do we have anything of particular interest here? Yes, we do. Daily BBWP is really taken up, and the moving average is having a positive slope. So this one's moving right now, I do believe. Very likely does give a test towards the top side of that range, perhaps in the next week or so. The question is, can it break or not? Probably does, especially in this market environment. Any sort of a weekly closure, or just even popping back above about a quarter. And yes, I would be looking for long-term continuation, in this case, new highs. We do have a bit of a technical target and setup right here, which is actually just a menial 27.7 cent. But let's pull up an extension here as well from the prior base. And that would probably imply a move on a breakout of your highs to about just below 29 cents. Very likely does spend a little bit of time consolidating there. And then long term, we're talking maybe months down the road now, perhaps looking at about 50 cents before the next major potential high. Again, that is long term, obviously. We will come up with an invalidation condition on this one. But first, I want to see what it looks like from this angle and what do we have on the weekly. Freshly crossing up on momentum oscillators as long as above basically 18 cents. Daily is up as long as above 20 cents. Okay, good. 5-day up as long as above 19. What about the monthly closing today? We'll actually freshly cross up and reject the bearish control zone above 15.5 cents. Looking very good right there, actually. Okay, so invalidation on the weekly, obviously, for the long-term bullishness would be below about 16 cents. Daily, I think, is a little bit more simple, about 19 cents to the downside. Until then, I'm looking for sideways and up, and very, very good setup over a long period of time here, which is generally a good thing. Hopefully that was helpful, man. What's up, Wizard Hack? Can you check out Saitama? Okay. Sate. Oh, wait, no. There we go. Okay, so we can only get it. Oh, it's another fucking dog coin, I think. Versus Ethereum, I suppose. Let me just sip this up. Let me give this another suck. Good. Real good. Sir?
Oh, fuck!
My eyes! my laser eyes are already wrecked. Terrible chart. The worst chart that we've seen today, by far. Is there maybe something else that... Saitama Luffy. What the fuck? These dog coins must be stopped. They gotta be stopped, man. They gotta be stopped. I don't even know which one you're looking at. There's Baby Saitama or Saitama X or... Sir, I'm gonna have to say this is probably... Well, I don't know. A healthy amount of I don't know is the proper answer, but my real answer is...
Oh, fuck!
What about... What? Doggy's girlfriend? Doggy's girlfriend? Shitcoin police just got called up and they're on your fucking tail right now. Dad Rakus, hopefully I'm saying that properly. AXS daily 4 hours. Sure, man. This one I suspect is probably having a nice chart, in fact. Oh man, show me those axes as I take a sip of this tea. Hold on, we're gonna record this one. Bitbud says, you just woke up my kids. Dang, dude. Sorry, man. I apologize, but hey, those lazy kids need to get the fuck out of bed. We got some cryptocurrencies to look at right now. Start them young. Start them real young. That is not a pedophiliac reference, by the way. Just like, start them young. Like, learn something useful, kids. Don't fucking sleep. All right, there we go. Sorry, man. I'm just having a fun time. That's all. All right, let's actually read. Well, now we can keep this one. It's still working. All right, here we have Axie Infinity symbol AXS versus the dollar, and we have one of the best charts of the day, actually. And this one has been pretty much only up and to the right, and I suspect that it's going to do a little bit more of that, especially within this market right now. So, looking at the daily right now, something is staring us right in front of our very faces, and that is daily BBWP. It's expanding off of literally 0 percentiles after about a month-long consolidation right here. So it's not the biggest consolidation it's had, but I suspect that the result is still going to be more or less good, as it does maintain its nice higher low structure. We love our higher lows. Like, you got to imagine Trump saying that. It's like, we love our lows, we love our higher lows. Higher lows are the best. I know my higher lows. But technically speaking, you want to wait for a confirmed breakout and closure above about 147 or 148 region. I think that's more of a formality on something like this. This one's just been such a winner over the past. Daily Jewel is giving another long signal as well, and on a confirmation of that break, I would be looking for the next extension of this Fibonacci sequence right here, somewhere around I mean, this one can really move. I think $200 minimum. Probably looking more long term, maybe over the next couple months, towards 250 to 300 or so, and that would be the next major area that I'd be looking for, potentially a top, but at the very least a consolidation. You can see that this these extensions have actually been working really, really well for this underlying asset as well here. So I like it. You know, we should come up with an invalidation condition as well, which would be below about 121.5. You know, below there, I look for another run at your $100 lows, but I mean, this one's just been such a winner for such a long time. It's hard not to like, man. It's hard not to like. The game fucking sucks though, but it's hard not to like. Hopefully that was helpful, man. Sweet. I'm gonna take another sippy sip of this. Whoa, Jesus, man. Fucking gingers are really strong. Wow. Holy moly. Ramon Orencio says, hello, sir. What's up, man? Mind checking out NTVRK. Okay. On the minute, lol. JK, the hourly. Okay. NTVR. There we go. That's it. There we go. That's it. You're looking at the hourly specifically. Yeah, very new coin right here. It's good. I mean, at least for as much as we can tell on the hourly, it does look like an actual breakout above your accumulation range highs. So I do expect that this one is actually real right here. Volatility on the hourly is kind of, you know, on the ceiling right now, so that would be the one big counterpoint to that, but I just think it's a little bit too new to really look at that metric. 4 hour looks very, very strong here. Would be looking for a continuation of this move towards about 305 or... Oh my god! What the fuck? My computer just turned off. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened right there? Oh my god, my computer just turned off on its own. That's not a good sign. Anyways... Jesus Christ, man, that's scary. That's never happened before. Anyways, yeah, looking good here, man. I wouldn't do too much long-term analysis on that. Hey, what the fuck? Why would that happen? Is it dead? I don't know. Let's see. I'm scared to turn it back on though, because, well, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen then. Let's see. What if I don't need it right now, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Jesus, that's not good. What's up, Dan? Tilray Daily. Okay. LRY, all right. Okay, haven't looked at Tilray in like a couple weeks, I think. You know, is this one put in a local low right here? Probably yes. Probably yes, man. I don't like the chart though, man. It's a terrible chart. Like here's a real chart, right? This is a chart of a shitcoin, but you know, do you get another pump off this, you know, off this very low level right here? Maybe yes, but really, really bad long term. If you're looking at a daily, you know, is this potentially a higher low in the making? I guess you can kind of play it as such. You do see these sort of formations come up rather often, but below $10, I'd send it back down to your November 2020 lows from about a year ago. Not good. Not good, man. Until then, you know, I think maybe you can play that as a higher low, but it's not financial advice, and that is not certainly not my favorite chart of the day, man. What's up, Hooser62? Hey, man, thanks. My pleasure, man. Could you please check out Harmony 1? Sure. Mid and long term, if you could. Yes. All right. Okay. We're going to be looking at medium and long term. Okay, so, well, long term is good. It's good here. Yeah, I think, have we hit all our areas from that? Maybe yes. Let's double check. No, we just weren't on log scale. That's it. All right. Record this one. Sure. Why not? Here we have Harmony symbol ONE versus the dollar, and we have one of the better charts that we've seen today. It's actually very, very nice, in fact. Anyways, looks like it is trying to set another daily low at around about 31 cents. So I would be, 31 cents. I would be using that as a bit of a daily pivot here, meaning that as long as you're above there, I do look for this one to trade sideways and out. Sideways and up from this region. That also does imply that if you do start to break below about 30.5 cents, I would be looking for a first correction down to about 27 cents. And if things get really nasty for whatever reason, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but if you do start to break below, about 27 cents, I'd look for a big move down to about 23.5 cent region. Until then, this one's been one of the best charts amongst the land here. Curious to see what the lower term timeframes look like. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I would be treating this as your low right there. I would be looking for a new all-time high party with any sort of a 4 hour closure of about 36.60 in this case. And at that point, what sort of regions would I be looking towards? Somewhere between about 40 and 43 is what I'd be looking for, and then very likely consolidation a bit lower. Momentum oscillators over here. Where are we at? Okay. Oops, don't need to be on the monthly, although the monthly is very good. Daily will pop back up above 35 and in a 40, so probably short term a bit more sideways here. At best, 4 hour will pop back above 35 cent as well, so 35 actually popping up on a couple of different time frames there. I would give some credence to that. Intel then though, just a bit of sideways here, and again, very, very good as long as you're above, especially, what was it? Let me just double check over here. It was 30 cents basically on a daily, so hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for Harmony. Sweet. All right. Cool. I need to take another sippy sip of this. Man, I wonder why my computer just turned off like that. That is, that's never happened before. I guess the motherboard's still on, so hopefully not completely wrecked. What the fuck? There we go. All right, sweet. Cool. Let's see. Nicholas wants to look at LYXE versus Ethereum. All right. LYXE. Okay, so this Luxo token, huh? All right. Pop this down right there. Actually looking very good versus Ethereum in this case, which is very interesting because Ethereum's, been obviously very good itself. So this one's even more bullish than Ethereum. Short term, does it pull back a little bit? Perhaps yes, maybe even all the way down to like 0.008 or 0.078 or so. But daily is obviously within an uptrend. We are back above the accumulation range highs. All right, looking for this one, essentially on a daily break of about 876. I'm looking for this one to move back up towards your March breakdown regions at about almost 0.01 over time. Invalidation obviously below 0.00715 or so. Very good though, very, very good, whatever the hell this thing is. Must be strong, man, if it's outpacing Ethereum right now. Not bad. What's up, Martin Hunt? Good morning to you, man. KDA, okay. On the daily, okay, KDA. All right, Cadena. Whoa, wow, holy shit, man. Where the fuck are these altcoins coming from? Do you treat 575 as a higher low? I mean, I suppose so, man. But if it does lose 575 on a daily, I'd be looking for a nice hefty move down to about 440, and then maybe even continuation all the way down to 340 or so. Weeklies, obviously nothing but bullish. It's just pullbacks. Yeah, I mean, man, this is fucking good. What the hell is this thing? Let's see. Is it more likely to continue on with the party from right here? That's the real question. 12 hour will turn back up above 713, so I don't think it's ready to trend just yet. Daily above 810, weekly 680. 4 hour up above $6 or so. If we do go down to the 4 hour over here, which I know you didn't ask for, but I do think it's actually relevant for this one. I'd look for this one to continue on to, I guess, in this case, new ultimize yet again. If it does start to close above 788 or so on a 4 hour, at that point, where's the next target? I don't think this is going to even work right here. Oh, well, I guess the next set of targets would be about 11 and a half or so. But man, whatever the hell that thing is, it's good, I guess. We really wouldn't take too much to get this one on a pullback though. So do be aware of the invalidation below about, I think it was like 580 or $6 or so, depending upon your time frame. Infinite IQ says, thoughts on Doggy? I think SHIB profits flow back into Doggy here. Maybe. I guess shitcoin players will just rotate between each other, right? Let's see, where are we at on Dogecoin? Let me just finish a little bit more of this right here too. There we go. There we go. What do I think of Dog here? I do think it's actually a confirmed breakout, and very likely does lead towards another test of like 32.5, maybe even 34.5 cent. That's the next area that I get really, really excited about on this one. But volatility is obviously rising. Trend has reversed. We got our first slew of higher lows right here. We got a higher along the way. I like it. I'm generally looking for continuation. So yeah, I think I'd kind of agree with you. I'd get really excited on this thing back above about 32.5 cent on a weekly and start to look for moves back up towards 45 to 50 cent over time. It does look good. It's just it's always kind of weird with Dogecoin, right? Because well, it can look good and then it just dumps the fuck out. So where would my invalidation be? Below 26.5 cent. Very bad. Very bad. All right, let's just. Lovely. Sprocket, what's up, man? Thank you. Very much thank you, man. Holy shit, and just a nice positive message. Thank you, sir. I salute you. That's really kind. Weefa says, hello, sir. Shib on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Love your channel. Thanks, man. All right. Shiba Inu. I guess Binance. So I believe yesterday I did say that this one was looking like a top. I don't know if I'm going to be right about that, man. Yeah, you do kind of have declining highs going on right here. If you're looking at an hourly, you know, I don't like using descending trend lines like this, but okay, I would, I suppose, still look at it as a likely top as long as your closing hourly dildos below about 78.50. Above there, I guess you get another try around your 8,400 highs, but I'm a lot more inclined to say that this one does turn down just by the sheer nature of this thing. Then again, man, if you're just asking about the hourly and 4 hour, let's actually address what the fuck you're asking. Okay, so here's what I'd say about this one. I would be looking for a bit of short-term continuation, somewhere around about 8,000 or so. Above there, if you can start to close 4 hour dildos above there, I guess I'd look for this one to go for some new highs. At that point, maybe just eat up another zero on this one. Here's where I'd obviously look at this one as a confirmed local high and likely to work its way much lower. Any sort of can we use an hourly? Yeah, any sort of an hourly closure below 6,200. I'm looking for this one to just collapse down somewhere back down around here towards 49 to 4,900 or so, and probably low over time. I mean, this would be technically a descending triangle, and yeah, that even has a mesh move a little bit lower than that towards 4,000 even. So there would be bounces along the ways, but I guess as long as that condition is not met, I suppose I do look cautiously sideways and up. It's just, I don't know how much I trust this thing, man. I don't know how much I trust the thing, but hey, you know, fair enough, and hopefully that's helpful, sir. What's up, FKRO? Fuckro? Is it Fuckro? Is it fuck or not? Is it Fuckro? Yes, it is Fuckro. Where is Ro, by the way? Show yourself, sir. And thank you, sir. Can you say something about Luna for these days? Sure. Try. Let's see, man. Let's see what'll come out of the mouth right now. Yeah, Luna's still looking pretty damn good here, man. Still looking pretty damn good here. Here we have Terra Luna, symbol LUNA, versus the dollar. Oh, a little bird's chirping outside. Anyways, it does look to me like it is putting in another higher low right around that $40 number, and we still have the same invalidation condition on this one as we did as the days prior. I think it was maybe on this chart over here. Nice and simple on this one. Very, very simple. Very, very elegant. Oh, I guess I don't even have anything on this chart. So, you know what we'll do? We'll do it nice and fresh. Below, oh no, there it is. Below 34 and a quarter or 35 bucks on a daily, I would invalidate everything I'm about to say and get somewhat bearish on it, looking for moves down to mid to low $20 region. Until then, man, this is still an uptrend. It's still putting in higher lows, and we do have volatility on the ground. So I look at this as corrective within the context of the current trend and very likely to continue. It's just how much longer can this one take? Probably another week or so. But overall, a breakout out of the top side, which would be confirmed above about 47 and a quarter. Yeah, 47 and a quarter. I would be looking for targets all the way up to, I guess next target would be about 80 bucks, which is kind of crazy. Probably take some time to actually get there, but I wouldn't necessarily expect like a major top there. I'd probably be looking towards the triple digit numbers, which, you know, probably takes a couple months on the actual breakout. Until then, short-term timeframes, looking more or less fine here. Again, short-term caution below about 40 and a quarter. I'd be looking for another test of 35 and a half, but I don't get bearish on this one as long as you're above, especially 35 to 34 and a quarter. So hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Luna. Sweet, man. Should probably turn off the recording. There we go. Jeremy Brown, Solana 4 hour. Yes. Let's look at Solana. At least I haven't done this video on this one in a bit. I think it's still kind of holding its structure, which is good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful retest right there. Oh, Solana, Sol, symbol SOL versus the dollar here, setting in another higher low right around the daily 21 at right exactly where I'd have an invalidation as well, just a couple bucks above, which is good. No breakages are good. And we have, well, we have an uptrend, my friends, and we're looking for this one to continue onwards and upwards here. Anyways, with that in mind, that does come with an invalidation condition at the exact same level, actually 180 on a daily closure. Until that happens, short-term timeframes, looking for another test back up towards 208, 209 region. Let's see what the daily looks like over here. Daily actually not giving me the best looks, in fact. Daily does say wait for a breakout above about 209 and a half on a daily closure, and then yes, looking at moves towards 225 to 240-ish region, and that's where I'd be looking for medium-term highs. Weekly, obviously very good, and the monthly coming into Sunday is looking very good with any sort of a closure, especially above 190. Anywhere higher than that's even better than that, obviously. Go check it out over here. The question is this one ready to move like right now or not? It's looking like no. It's looking like it does trade sideways a little bit longer. Daily Stokes will turn back up above 204 and actually play out potentially this trend line here as well. So maybe it does have another day or two consolidating sideways and down, which is okay. 5-day up as long as above 177, good. Weekly also freshly up as long as above 145, very good. And monthly can't even populate itself, so not relevant. So overall, you know, a little bit of sideways here. Short-term upside, yes. Would like to see it officially close above about 209.5, and then I'd be looking for the next move up. Also in line with the measure move over here as well. Somewhere between about 225 to 230-ish or so, and then come back to it after that, and hopefully that's helpful, sir. Nice one, man. All right. Finish off this old T right here. But he asked for an hourly and 4 hour. Oh, did you? Oh, you did. Well, we did talk about a 4 hour right here. We did talk about a 4 hour, so all good. What's up, Manuel? VGX is the oh, this is the old Voyager. So, man, how many times have they renamed themselves? Because that was the Superman, wasn't it? Like a Superman one. Where is it? VGX. Got it. VGX. Okay. All right. See what we got. Long term. Oh, this is why they renamed it, so that you didn't have to see the shitty chart from before. Clever, very clever, but it is a short-term breakout. Volume signature is a change of behavior here. Probably looking at a move towards 340, maybe 350 or so. 4 hour invalidation below about 265 on a closure. Until then, probably looking for a little bit of short-term down and sideways, but daily still looking okay there, I guess. Would like to see more history on that one, but I suppose it's okay. Let's see. You sent me Tron for some reason. Why? Super Googly says, can you look at Sand BTC? Okay. Looking good, actually. Looking pretty damn good, in fact. Probably be looking for a little bit more of an extension here, somewhere around about 1750 on the daily. I wouldn't get too excited about this thing as long as you're below this region, obviously. Until then, technically, it's still just lower highs, so do have to be cognizant of that, obviously. Short-term timeframes. Short-term's a bit of a pullback here. I think at minimum 1620-ish region, probably more like 1550. Things get going. 4 hour would still be bullish at that level anyway, so maybe not that deep, actually. Probably more like the shallow one. I'd be looking for a continuation. Maybe into next week, early-ish, as we do see volatility really starting to increase here alongside this one. It's not these are sloppy as fuck right here, but I do expect that it will probably test around 1800 overall. That's at the point where I start to get a lot more excited if you can clear above there. Let's see, Crusty Bastard, appreciate that, man, but feel free to have a message as well. BK says Luna, I think we got that one, so we're good there. Also recorded it as well, so hopefully that satisfies that. Alexander at me, appreciate that, brother, but I think you probably want a message with that as well, so just tag Elsa and we'll get back to it. Michael Doroshenko's definitely Russian, but all good, man. Travel on Dex tools. I don't think that's. I don't. First off, this is not like financial advice, so I can't literally tell you what to do, man. But it's on travel on Dex tools. I'm guessing you're referencing like a crypto. It's not going to be on TradingView. If it's not on TradingView, I really can't look at it, man. And you wouldn't want me to look at it anyways, because I'm not going to have like my tools that I usually use. I'd kind of be like flying blind. If you have like another thing that you might want to look at, or maybe if you mean this one specifically, trades Forex, I guess. Interesting. Travel care. I mean, I actually would be looking for this one to pop back up towards 3650 or so. It's actually good right here. The accumulation phase seems to be over. So long term, probably good. But I don't know if that's what you're looking at right there. Mr. Minaj, hello, sir. Okay, so Mr. Minaj says, Krown, 1 year of success spot trading after your program. Should I go down the rabbit hole of options? I have the time. It really comes down to, do you want to or not? So I think options, if you're trading like cryptos, for example, is going to be most relevant if like you're probably doing long-term positions, because right now it's just not liquid enough for short-term positions. So if you're like more of a long-term trend trader or an investor, yeah, options are probably worth learning. Then again, man, if you're already pulling it off right now and you're happy with where you're at, then keep it as it is, man. There's no real reason to change it. So more importantly, man, congratulations. I mean, you pretty much did it in about what we typically see. It's like a year to a year and a half for most people, and there you go, year, and sweet, awesome, man. Fucking happy for you. But again, it depends on your preferences. So if it's specific to crypto, then if you're a very like long-term or trend trader, probably yeah, it's probably gonna be worthwhile. If not, then, well, then no. PN Biz says, Sir Krown, can you check out LCID? LCID, huh? Okay. CID. All right. Lucid Group. This thingy? Talking about this on the 4-hour daily weekly. Very good. Very, very good. Popping back above your prior range highs. So I think the accumulation is over. Volume signature says yes. I'd be looking for this one to work its way up towards the mid 40s over time here. Probably even fills a gap over the next couple months at $50. It looks like. Yeah. 4-hour daily weekly. If you want to look at the 4-hour, kind of already retested the breakout area. So 32 1/3 is a bit of an invalidation point, meaning that if you do start to close dailies below there, I'd be looking for this one to probably fall apart, but it looks good. At least for what it's worth. Hopefully we're looking at the right thing here though. Snapchat says sushi yum yums. Okay, 1 in 4. All right. We looked at this one yesterday, right? I think so. Yeah, bad. And we said down to about $49. We're almost there. Getting very close. Yeah, I think it's got one more push down to that level. Anywhere, it's very close to a bounce, so very, very close here. I think it's probably got one more push down here. Let's see if there's hidden bearish evidence in that lower term time frame high. That would help with a bias here. Not yet, but there will be with any sort of a closure below about 53.70 or so. I think it's got one more swipe lower before the next bounce. But again, long term, I think that this one's done. And this one should bounce like pretty fucking hard from that level. I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce like back up to like mid to low 60s, but I do think it's actually done long term. I mean, that is a distributive top by definition right there. PM Biz is back and he wants to look at HUT 8. Okay, HUT 8 right here. This is not on TradingView, unfortunately, man. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is it. All right, it's just symbol HUT, man. That's all. So I'm guessing you're looking at this. Pretty good. Now, what time frames are you looking at? 4-hour daily weekly, huh? Daily bullish as long as you're above 11 1/4. 4-hour short-term sideways, fine. You know, might have one more move down to like 11:30. Just don't want to see any daily closures below there, and it would maintain its short-term, medium-term, and long-term bullishness. Weekly, I mean, kind of really I think it'd probably be better to look at the monthly right here. On volume, you're making new all-time highs. This would be really, really good coming into end of year here. Again, keep the invalidation conditions in mind, but for right now, pretty damn good. Probably a little bit of short-term downside though. Fab says, would you look at SHIB again, please? All right. Okay. SHIB again. Man, I should probably not be looking at SHIB though, man. I don't have anything new to add on to this one, man. You know, if you're looking at low term time frames, I'd get excited for another trending move to probably new highs above 78.50. Until then, I suppose I wouldn't be bearish on it officially until it breaks below 6,200. Below there, big moves down. Big moves down after that. What's up, Tiffany Giles? Good morning to you. FTM, okay. Yeah, Phantom we should do. We haven't done in a while, and it's rather popular. Oh, very good. Very nice right here. Here we have Phantom symbol FTM versus the dollar, and we do have another higher low in the making on the 4-hour time frame. Would be confirmed with any sort of a 4-hour above 307 and imply move back up to your 328, 330-ish highs. Now, long term, this is one of the better charts that we've been looking at over the past, I don't know, over the past however long this one's been around. Pretty damn good right here. And I would have an invalidation on the short-term bullishness on this one below 280 on a 4-hour closure. If that happens, I would be looking for a decent sized move to the downside, probably somewhere around about 250 to 255 region. But until that happens, consolidate at the highs is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's typically okay, although you are finding a little bit of resistance right there. Let's look at this right here. Do a little bit more of a conservative route on this one. I suppose on the next breakout above 340, I would be looking for moves towards 360 to basically $4 after that for the next major consolidation. This one is pretty damn aggressive here though, so I don't know how much more it has to go before it does consolidate. So I would express caution with that, but short-term timeframes are putting in another higher low, so I suspect it's got one more push at least. Again, be aware of the invalidation condition, because when this one does come down, it probably does come down a bit hard because it can afford to. But long term, very good chart. Monthly is nothing but bullish coming into end of year. I really like it actually. It's like over here as well. Let's see what she's got going on. 4-hour turns back up above 327.5. Okay, interesting. daily down as long as below 337. I'm more inclined to say at the very best short term it's ranging here with a little bit of short term upside, but hey, if it can break that top side level at what was it, 339, 340 or so, that's at the point where I start to look for the next targets to be hit, I suppose. Very good chart though, long term, just questionable as to whether it's ready to continue like right now. All right, sweet. MPN Biz says Mara, 4-hour daily weekly. Sure, man. Another Bitcoin miner over here. Nows. All right, 4-hour range at the highs. Is it putting in a higher low right here or not? I think that's the Bula hoping for right now, something like this. As long as it does that and holds the $48.50 low, I'm, I guess, bullish on all time frames. If it does break that, I'm looking for a move down to about 45 and 3/4. Daily, same thing. Consolidating around the prior all-time highs, which is good. Weekly, very, very good as well. I do think that this one is gonna, do some busting action to the upside. Monthly, coming into the end of the month here, is looking really good. Wouldn't be surprised to see this one sometime around like Q1 2022 at around like $90 maybe. Holy shit, $90! What the fuck, man? That's too much. Hold on, that's too much. $80. Still too much. It's a lot, man. What's up, Flavio? Can you look at block? Young chart. Okay. All right, I can look at it. All right. Well, let's see what we got. Yeah, it doesn't even have a monthly. That's questionable. Daily's continuation. This one's still good here. Very bullish still, as long as you're above about 535. I'm looking for this one to trade sideways and up, like actually trending right now. In fact, hourly's good. Breakout short term above 6.25. Looking for moves back around your prior highs, and then very likely continuation long term. Well, long term for an hourly, so maybe over the next few days. Let's see what we got here. Breakout above that level, probably looking at a new high at around just above 7 cents, and long term, after a bit of a sideways consolidation there on another push, might be looking for 8 to 8.5 cents. But one thing at a time, and again, be aware of the invalidation, because below there, I'd be looking for big moves down to 4.5 to 4 even, actually, cents that is. Cool. Marcus Elthridge says Wes on the ASX. Okay. All right. We are actually kind of starting to run out of time here. Wes Farm or We Farm. In what time frames you're looking at? Weekly and monthly. Okay. All right, that makes it a little bit more easy. I think it's ranging at best. I don't think it's going to be trending anytime soon. I'd be willing to call another trend continuation above $62. Until then, I'm looking for a range at best between kind of where you're at right now, a little bit higher at about $60 and 54 and 10 cents. Short term, kind of finding a bit of resistance right there. Monthly, I mean, this really does look like a top, but I expect it's going to chop around here for a while. If you do see a reaccumulation, which is going to take some time, minimum like another couple months, then maybe it does continue on with the rally. But for now, I think you're going to bake in this region for a while and then probably break down. I think this one's probably done, man. But hey, I can definitely be wrong on that. Again, if it can hold this range for a few months, that would look really, really good for, I guess, new all-time high party again. I just don't think it's ready anytime soon. FTM, we got that one. Mr. Gohan's mom, so all good. Or maybe girl. Or man, woman, whatever. Sorry, we're all the same here. It's an egalitarian society in the cave. Chem Suicide says mask USD, 4-hour and daily. Okay. There's a mask coin? Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck this one, man. Sell it. Sell it to the ground. It's actually okay. I'm probably looking for short-term moves back to 1280. Maybe $13 or actually... Yeah, short term, as long as you hold the lows at 1060, I'm looking for this one to trade sideways and up, and it's actually pretty good here for the history that we do have, which is minimal, but probably looking at another move back towards $15 or more. It's actually pretty good. Nicholas, we got LYXE versus Ethereum earlier. Is really, really good from what I remember. What's up, Jason? Wishing you thanks, man. Appreciate that. How's Hex doing on the daily? It's been a while. Does it go much deeper into the abyss? Let's see. I think I actually had a pretty bad call on Hex earlier this week. I was looking for a bounce off of the quarter region back up probably to like the upper 30s, low 40s. We didn't get that, obviously. We got a dead cat bounce. So is this one going lower? I mean, I think that this one's probably done for a very, very long time. And yeah, I do think that it's going to go lower, probably towards 14 cents, 15 cents, maybe in the next month or two. Yeah, 4 hours just a break. I mean, there's just continuation. It's distribution after distribution. So, you know, where would I change my opinion on this one? Back above 34 cents. 34 cents would kind of be my line in the sand for getting a bit more medium-term bullish, back up to probably still 40 cents again. But I think this one's very likely done for a long time. Here's your monthly. This is not good. I think this one probably sees the teens before it sees the 40-cent region again. But hey, don't hate me, man. Those hexkins, man, they can be very brutal if you don't talk well about their hex coin. But you know, I was bullish on this one from 2 cents to 50 cents, so please leave me be. Sorry, man. What's up, Cora? Raven Bitcoin weekly. Nice hair. Thanks. Thank you. My hair is like a bird's nest, isn't it? Raven BTC over here. Binance. You're looking at a weekly? Sure. Not the most interesting chart of all time. This is a pump and dump, very obviously versus the Bitcoin parent. It trends towards zero. The question is, or at least what I'm guessing you're asking, is are we getting ready for another pump phase right here? I mean, you can maybe have a bit of hoping for that as long as you essentially hold last week's low and maybe hope and pray to Boolah Jesus for another pump phase back up to 330. But I don't think that TA is very useful on these things because, you know, it's essentially a pump and dump, man. It's really, really bad. Long term trends towards zero against the Bitcoin parent, so all rallies get sold. What's up, Jose? Yeah, man, appreciate that. I've been having a good time on their channel, and they'll be on my channel soon enough. And thank you. Just a nice positive message from our Lantian. Fuck yeah, man, awesome, and thank you, sir, and thank you as well, Mr. Wonky Stonks. Dog 4 hour. I think dog 4 hour we looked at earlier and it was okay. Let's see. I'm always hesitant to be somewhat bullish on doggy. I don't know, man. I do think it probably tests a little bit more to the downside, like 28 cents on the 4 hour. But daily's okay here. I'd get very excited above 32.5 cent. 4 hour. 4 hour I think is a bit of a sideways range here and probably test about 28 cents. As long as you don't break 28 cents to the downside, I look for that to flip back around. I guess it's okay here. I'm mostly going off the higher term time frames, not the 4 hour in that case, to be honest. Let's see. What's up, Mr. D? Good morning to you, man. FTM, we got that one, so I'll do near instead. Near USD. All right. Okay. And thanks, man. No time frames given though, but again, a very similar chart to many of the ones that we've seen, consolidating around the highs. I don't have anything bearish to say about this thing as long as it's above $10, but that is my invalidation for short-term bullishness, obviously. Until then, looks to me like another higher low right here. Probably trade sideways and up back around your prior highs at 13.25. Like long term, this is a very good chart. Very, very good chart. Weekly, very, very good as well. Any sort of a closure here or higher. I'm looking for new highs in November, essentially. Let's see. Damien says, I have to choose a new career. They are firing me for not taking the clot shot. Oh boy. Do you have any sage advice for starting over in life, sir? You know, obviously it's hard in the moment. I definitely understand that, and I can empathize with that because, you know, I mean, I think everyone's kind of had an experience like that, but it can be perhaps maybe one of the best things that's happened to you if you let it be. And how do you do that? Well, I'm sure that whatever job that you were doing, maybe, you know, maybe there's some things that you didn't like about it. Think about those and then construct or backwards engineer what you would like your job or life to be like, and then go search whatever that work is. And maybe that comes with a little bit of a downtime for a couple weeks where you think about those sort of things and, you know, start to implement them. So other than that, man, I mean, you know, just let it be a fucking opportunity for yourself rather than like, oh shit, you know, this sucks, right? And obviously it does suck. Like, I'm not trying to disparage that fact. Like, I'm not going to be Mr. Pollyanna positive over here because it's, you know, it's difficult, right? It's fucking difficult. But what are the, you know, ask yourself these questions like, what do you want to do? And then try to go towards that, because now you're kind of forced to do that. So it's like burning the boats in a sense. And that can be a very strong motivator. And in my experience, and I think a lot of other people's experiences as well, when you do have kind of like a shock like that, you really do get an opportunity to change things around for the best. So I hope that can help. But now it's like, you know, now it's up to you, man. It's up to you, and you know, just go for it, man. KMK says Elon USD, Dog Elon Mars, 1 hour, 4 hour daily. Okay. Elon. Okay, this, God, these Dog Elon Mars. Okay, this one. It doesn't really have a chart. There's not much of a daily, man. Hourly is good. This one's very likely to continue up. You do have a bit of an ascending triangle right here, so I suppose we could do the measure move on this one. Point it up towards 95 to 50. How much do I trust it on this thing? Don't fucking know, man. But below 78,300, I'd invalidate that and look for moves back down to 69,500. Man, crazy. What's up, Timothy? Timothy Break? Yeah, fuck yeah, man. The 2017 crypto party sure is awesome indeed, my friend. Zill, daily, and weekly. Okay. A lot of alts have the same chart. Yeah, very true. Is it kind of like a lagging? Are they kind of like laggards? Yeah, exactly. And so you kind of get like the DeLorean trade where you get to kind of see what's likely to happen in advance, but they're probably not going to move as much as the first movers. That's typically my experience with these things. Back above 1180, really good. Looking for moves back around your early September highs and probably beyond after that. Volatility is on the ground here, and you do have your slew of higher lows, so I'm inclined to say this one is very likely to fall through. You got an invalidation easily set below 911 actually. Thank you for that, big bully, but no comments there. Salmon Cruncher says, can we check out the 4-hour and daily on Floki Inu? What kind of nonsense have you gotten yourself into, man? What the fuck is this? There's not really a daily here, man. Yeah, I don't know about the daily. Hourly is still good, flagging out at a high level, invalidation below 1820 250. Until then, probably looking at, I guess we can do the measure move here as well. It's gonna be looking at a move towards like 25,500, I suppose. But man, you really don't need to trade like the doggiest of shits. But I guess it's okay. Maybe I should shut the fuck up about that, huh? Maybe I should. CRB USD says Jesse Nance. Okay, 1 hour daily and 4 hour. Okay, gotcha. I think this one was really good last we looked at it, so let's just double check on this one. Yeah, same setup right here, man. Bullish as long as you're above 415. What's up over there, sir? Yeah, I do look for this one to continue onwards and upwards as long as you're above that level. This one's trending right now, actually. Weekly, same thing. Any sort of a closure end of week above 440, and I'm looking for this one to make significantly new highs in November. Again, invalidation on the short-term bullishness below about $4 even. Until then, short-term sideways and up is the name of the game here. It looks good. Looks pretty damn good. Rebel Dia says, when it comes to TA, I always say there's man, I appreciate that, man. Cutcoin. Oh, we got cut. How do you name yourself Cutcoin? And their fucking branding manager really screwed the pooch on that one, sir. Let's see. Probably, yeah, on KuCoin, I guess, probably the best one to go to, you know. Daily and weekly, huh? Good. Another higher low right here at 15 and a quarter or so. Looking for, yeah, and it did break above the prior range highs, and you actually got one massive ascending triangle right there too. This is actually really good. Wasn't expecting this thing, man, but does have a measure move towards, holy shit, it's definitely new all-time highs about $24. I would say that you're probably going to see a bit of a pullback in consolidation somewhere around your 18 and a half to $20 region, but very good, very good. Weekly, good. You know, these exchange tokens probably going to be a big beneficiary of this. Again, invalidation on a daily below about, what was it? You could even say like $16 on a daily, or $15.75 or so. Let's see. Casual base guy says genus general breakdown. Okay. Right. Genus, this thing right here. Fucking bad. Yeah, very bad. Oh, god damn it, man. God damn it, sir. One of the worst charts we've seen today, but I don't know. Is it going to pump and dump again? Maybe yes. It is a pump and dump. Look, like all these rallies get sold into. I really don't have strong opinions on charts like this. If I had to say some about it, I would not get excited about this thing as long as you're below about 213. Until then, pump and dumps will be pump and dumps, and even above 213, I mean, all rallies fail in this thing. Really bad there. I really don't have an opinion on that, man. I'm sorry. Also in the daily Unity, the stock. Okay, is that just symbol U? Yeah, it is. On the daily, you say. Daily still good. Invalidation on short-term bullishness below about 142 and a quarter. Short-term sideways and up. Another ascending triangle with the highs. I suspect that this one continues from here actually, somewhere around 153, 154 region. Looks good. Looks good. All right, Mr. Jackie's back again. Cardano, huh? Cardano. Where's my good old Cardano over here? Cardano sloppy as fuck, man. Sloppy as fuck. I mean, technically it broke my area right here. It's popping back up around there. It's like, can you be bearish on Cardano when the rest of the market is kind of showing a different picture? Probably not wise. You know, what do we do in this situation? I guess I guess the wise thing to do is to make an excuse for it, but I really don't like doing that. It's just very weak. That's the problem with something like this. I suppose now on a break of about 188, I'm looking for a move down to 160 to 165 or so. I don't think charts like this are the best. Now, short-term timeframes do look like a reversal right here. You got your higher low on the 4-hour time frame, so probably does give another try short-term towards 209, 210 region. If it can pop back above there, I do think it's going to follow the rest of the market essentially. And, then you can probably move up your upside resolution to about 220, at 220 on a daily, and look for those moves back up towards 2.5 to 260, and probably joins everyone else. Until then, it's just this one, while everything else is kind of at worst like sideways, this one kind of broke to new lows on that last move. Not great. Rebel Deal says FTM on the daily. We got that. Do we have 3 tries of bearish type? Okay, so it's a specific question then. We can reference it once again here. Daily. Do we have 3 drives of bearish divergence? Oh, well, I should maybe pull up a chart that actually has the RSI on it. Okay, so would we have? Yeah, we would have if this confirms a local high right here. So the real question is, when you're coming into any sort of divergence analysis, are we looking at a local high just yet? No. How would you confirm a local high right here? Well, below your short-term invalidation, actually below about 280, even on a 4-hour closure would do it for me. And then yes, you would have 3 drives bearish divergence, and I'd be looking at minimum 250, and then potentially, if things get nasty, 205 to 210 region. So it's close. It's close. Man, everyone's asking about FTM. We've actually covered it multiple times now, Tiffany Giles, but all good, all good. I think it might be a good value area to accumulate in this area right here. I mean, short term, I do have to remain bullish on it as long as you're above, again, about 280 or so, even on a 4-hour. However, I would much rather prefer this one actually down around about $2 to 190. Kind of where it's kind of where I really like it, just personally speaking. But it's been one of the best charts, so I'm not going to be the first one to call a high until you actually do take out 280. Below 280, yeah, then I think that those downside targets are probably met at the very minimum 245 to 250, but probably more than that. And that's where I think you might see that next major accumulation if you're like on a higher term time frame, for example. Shell Wong Kim says, "Sir, Krown, bearish divergence on daily for Ethereum USD." Oh, Shell Wong, I got to ask you the question, man. Is there a local high here or not? How can you have a local high like this? It cannot happen, sir. It cannot happen. Do you get bearish divergences in the bottom side of your bullish control zone? Very rarely do they play out well. We also don't have a local high here just yet. How would you confirm a local high? It needs to close as a shooting star today and then come back down below about 4,200 tomorrow. That'd be the only way that I could see that happening for right now. So no, it's only potential if it actually puts in a local high right there. Until then, man, be careful, because most people don't understand that when you're looking at divergences, it needs to be local high versus local high. In fact, we have hidden bullish divergence being populated right now on the other side. So I think very unlikely, but if you don't understand that, then you'll probably short every new all-time high drive on any trending asset until it actually does put in the actual high. What's up, Kendrick? There he is. Oh, baby. OGN USD. OGN. Where is this one? Where's this from? Origin Protocol. Sounds old. Sounds old, man. Sounds like a boomer coin. Again, most things in this market doing the same thing, right? Definitely a laggard here. Does appear to have a bit of a higher low going on right there. Would like to see it actually above about 93 cents. And then, yeah, I'd be looking for a move back around your September highs. End of year, however, let's look at the monthly here. I think at best end of year, probably somewhere around 170 in a very bullish market. At worst end of year, probably somewhere around 40 cents. If it takes out your September highs, I would be looking for the upside resolution of that, obviously. Just a bit of a laggard here, so not super interesting, but it's not the worst chart of all time, actually. Does hold its higher lows long term, so fair enough. Penyok, wow, Krown, when moon, haha. Can you explain how this happens? What? Bitcoin dropped in seconds? Are there a bunch of rich MMs in a dark, smoky room and push the button? No, that's silliness, because market makers are in a competition with each other, and that's what a lot of people who have this weird ideas with market makers do not understand. Market makers are fucking whores, man, and they'll do it for 1 cent better than the guy next to them if they can. So collusion between market makers is extremely unlikely. And whenever people talk like that, it's you can almost instantly write them off as not knowing what the fuck they're talking about, just as an aside. I actually used to be a market maker authorized trader, so I can speak directly towards that. But can I explain that move yesterday? I mean, I wasn't awake during it, so I didn't see it in real time. I don't know. I mean, the obvious answer is there is an imbalance of sellers and buyers, obviously in favor of the sell side, and an inefficiency between 63 and 58 low. I've heard some theories that Alameda was responsible for that. They fucked up or something, but I don't know. There's no real need to even know the answer anyways. Price action is price action at the end of the day. And here's, and here's kind of like the final way of looking at it anyways. Put it on a line chart. You wouldn't even know what happens, man. And that's your real price action anyways. So, it's, that's just my opinion on it. I know that people would disagree with that, but fair enough. Is Krown going to change the exchange again? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Rubio says, can you check out Facebook? Yes. How did those tech stocks do yesterday? Ooh, sold off on the close. Facebook actually looks rather toppy to me. Probably going to bounce from this area. Yes, but I do think that this one does reach lower into November, probably 290. This one actually looks pretty toppy for the long term as well. Would have bearish divergence on the monthly here too. Short term bouncy, long term I do think it comes down to like 290. Let's see. Nico Senpai says, any more requests? LCID puts or more rallies within next day. I think we already looked at that one. This thingy right here. I mean that's still bullish, man. It's still bullish long term, but it depends like within the next day. I mean, short-term bullish as long as above $32. Below there, yeah, look for a correction down to 30 even. But until then, dare I say continuation. Harder one though when I don't have the aftermarket data. Mr. D says, "Wow, we are. Oh my God, one spot, 3 likes. What? 1,300 likes. What the fuck? We have more likes than people here again. This is insane, man. It's fucking insane. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Wow." 20% gain, AXS 139. Yeah, man, we already looked at that one, and I recorded it as well. So looking, it's at 139. So hold on. Oh, right. Yeah. So we just want to see it close basically here by end of day. And then, yeah, I'd be looking for this one to continue to new highs. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Volatility starting to tick up. Jewel is giving a long side signal as well. Dare I say it probably continues the rally, baby. It probably continues the rally. And there he is, Nimbo. Yeah, please don't yell. I think we're good for today, man. I do have to be cognizant of for time as obviously I have my surgery coming up later. So gonna go get my laser eyes. Again, fellas, it's been an absolute pleasure this Friday morning. This whole week has been a fucking phenomenal time. Massive thank you for the likes on this video. It's been like, what the hell is going on here? But that's awesome. And a heartfelt thank you for just being a part of this community, because this has been, well, this has been the time of my life, and hopefully you've been having fun as well. So with that said, Elsa is waving in the background. No, she's not. She is now. She is. You can just barely see her as I did zoom it in a little bit too much. But I'll be signing off now. I don't think we're going to have a... Oh, it's a face. It's a face. We're going to... I don't think we'll have a video tomorrow just because I think my eyes will actually be legitimately wrecked. But perhaps by Sunday, and I think at latest Monday. With that said, take care. I salute you. And until next time.
Christmas dildos moving up and down. They'll call him Crypto Krown. You've got to TA to be free. Learn how to surf in the deep red sea. Trendlines, average values, RSI. Lift ocean coins to the sky. From distributor into XRP. Oh, bear Jesus, set us free. Crypto what? Crypto Krown. Drifting Lambos through your town. Hodlers better buckle down, 'cause it's the final crypto what? Crypto Krown. Drifting Lambos through your town. Hodlers better buckle down, 'cause it's the final countdown. Open has the mastermind. Dive into Crypto Cave and let's go for a ride. The whales are coming very soon, very soon. Up to the moon in the find